Thank you. Thank you, and welcome back here. The Karate Kids are above us here today, so if you hear that thunder, it's not inside the studios here. Getting into, let's talk about my good friend Harry Kalas. I mean, he was good friends with a lot of people in this region, I should say, not just Philadelphia, but Delaware, and he always used to love coming over to Delaware because, you know, he's always in Philly, and he loved coming over here and doing things, meeting people in Delaware. One thing I can say about the man, you know, of all the years I've been, you know, 20-some-odd years now in this business, met a lot of different celebrities. He's the most outgoing person you'll ever want to meet as far as celebrity. He'd take the time, I don't care who you were, sit and talk with you about anything, anytime, any place, and he was always nice and come over and first one into place and the last one to leave, and in between time we had a lot of fun doing things. And I remember one night we were doing a show at Galuccio's, and Dallas and the Eagles were playing on Monday Night Football, and we were there Monday night, a couple of days before Christmas. And we did the show an hour before the game kickoff. So kickoff and game started, and we watched the first half. Halftime, we got up there and did a few things, and then third quarter started. Well, about a third way through the third quarter, Harry, getting in this lively mood that he gets in, decides that, hey, let's stop the game here. Can you turn back on a microphone? So he gets on a mic and he tells the entire bar, turn down the TVs. I want to sing the 12 Days of Christmas. Dallas Eagles game. You know, I thought that, but everybody was like, hey, it's Harry Kalas, whatever he wants to do. So there was no ruckus whatsoever. And everybody sang the 12 Days of Christmas. But we did have an opportunity to chit-chat with Harry. He was over here for the Delaware Sports Writers big banquet, awards banquet in January. The last time I know that he was in front of a television camera, and we did have an opportunity to speak with him, and we'd like to show you that right now. And God bless you, Harry. And I know you're up there with Whitey, because Whitey was, you know, him and Harry, they were. Well, he talks a little bit about Whitey in this too. So we're going to go to this clip. This was earlier this year at the Delaware Sports Writers Awards banquet at Cavaliers Country Club. So Harry, if you would, let's take it away. Well, you know, we're down here with the Delaware Sports Association doing all that, and our main speaker tonight, of course, it's an honor. It's always a privilege to have him over here, a good friend of mine. Well, I call him a good friend. He don't like me too much, but it's Mr. Harry Kalas. How are you, my friend?
Doing great, Tim. Thank you.
Yeah, you got to be excited. I mean, first of all, let's talk Phillies. I mean, you know, you've been doing them a long time. You got to see a few World Series now.
Not only got to see a few World Series, but in 1980, Whitey and I did not do the World Series because it was a network exclusive. Oh. Another reason why I love the Philadelphia fans, because they let themselves be heard. They went to the commissioner's office, they went to the networks, they said, we want to hear Harry and Whitey doing the World Series. And the next year they changed it, so local guys could do it for their local market. So in 2008, I was able to do the World Series on radio.
Yeah, it was, you know, there could have been nothing greater than to have Whitey sitting there beside you while you did that, too. I mean, you know, because he, you know, we lost him a few years back, you know, and I know you guys, all the fun. I know quite a few of the stories over the years. It would have been nothing better than that. I imagine he was right there beside you, though.
I'm sure he was. I could feel his presence, and he was such a wonderful guy to work with. He was my best friend in life, and a guy that not only brought baseball expertise to the table, but also a tremendous sense of humor.
Yeah, and when you're talking about that, I mean, when you look at him, it was nice to see him get into that Baseball Hall of Fame, you know, there, and then followed up with you getting in. Congratulations on that. That had to be quite an honor.
Well, no question about it. It's the highest honor you can get in the game that I love, and when Whitey went in, he went in with Michael Jack Schmidt, so that was a very special day.
Yeah, and then now you talk about it, I'm sitting there, and I enjoy listening to you do the NFL films, too. So is the Football Hall of Fame the next on the horizon?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I've enjoyed my work doing NFL games and doing the narration of NFL films.
Yeah, and then a lot of things that people don't realize is when you were doing the World Series, you know, we hear, a lot of them didn't hear about it, but your son, I hate to bring up the enemy there, but your son was on the other side with Tampa Bay.
And they say it's the first time there's ever been a father-son on opposing sides in a World Series. Now, Jack and Joe Buck, father-son, were together, but they were both with the Cardinals. And so I guess this was a first. It really was, made it even that more interesting for me to have Todd with the Rays and, of course, me with the Phils. And Todd's going to have to wait for his World Series ring.
Yeah, but, you know, and what you know, he got inherited daddy Tony's voice, and then Harry, thank goodness, his mama's looks. I mean, because good-looking guy. I remember when Todd first graduated from Syracuse, and he's doing real well. He's been down there with the Rays for quite some time now.
He's been doing Tampa Bay Rays. He also does South Florida basketball, does some work for them, and so he stays busy down there and loves it down there.
And now we got the next Mr. Callis coming up. I was just talking to you, and congratulations. You got him in school and going over there, your youngest one.
Kane Callis is at the University of Miami. He was educated at Sanford School here in Delaware, and they did a great job. He got an academic scholarship to Miami, and he's doing very well.
Is he thinking broadcast too?
He's majoring in communications. He's thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah, and the legend lives on. Harry, I want to thank you so much. I know I want to keep your voice fresh. I know you got to get up here and speak and everything, but it's always a privilege and honor to have you. My wife told me to tell you, be sure and say hi to Harry because she couldn't make it over here tonight, but I thank you so much for taking your time.
Always a pleasure to be on with you, Tim. Thank you.